An ant, a tiny, seemingly insignificant ordinary creature. But could this little being actually be one of nature's most complex war machines? Today, we'll take an ordinary ant, then turn it into a 20-pound monster. And next, it will go to war against nature's fiercest predators, against human armies, and even against technology. But that's not all. In the end, this fictional scenario will lead us to a much bigger truth. If you're ready, let's begin. Ants. They appear almost everywhere on Earth, but their true power hides in places most of us never even notice. Ants have bodies covered in a hard outer shell. It protects them from impact and gives them incredible strength. They can carry up to 50 times their own body weight. If a human had this kind of power, they could lift a small car. Mm, mm, So we're alone, son. They have no lungs. Instead, they breathe through tiny holes along their bodies. They walk on 6 long, jointed legs. Some species even have thin, delicate wings. Their antennae help them sense both touch and smell. And yes, did you know ants have 2 stomachs? One for themselves and one to share food with others in the colony. That's an astonishing sign of social awareness. Within a colony, every ant has a role, worker, soldier, queen, all operating in perfect harmony. Ants also have an extraordinary communication system. They use chemicals called pheromones to signal, navigate, and organize. Their lifespan, just 40 to 60 days, but in that short time, they live an incredible life. There are around 35,000 known species of ants in the world, and the number keeps growing every year. But now it's time to take this tiny creature and turn it into a giant. Imagine it, over 6.5 feet long, weighing 220 pounds. A hybrid ant, a super creature combining the strongest traits from every ant species on Earth. Its exoskeleton, as hard as steel. Its jaws, normal ants can exert pressure thousands of times their body weight. This giant ant's bite force could reach 11,000 pounds. When it bites a tree, it splits the trunk in half. A sheet of metal feels like paper to this thing. But this creature isn't just powerful. It's deadly fast. From a standstill, it can hit top speed in just 1.8 seconds. And that speed, around 70 miles per hour, 110 km per hour, it can change direction instantly, even at full speed. Fast, agile, strong, its body is bullet resistant. Even if you hit it with a truck, it won't stop. Drop it from a 165-foot building, it might just dust itself off and keep moving. Its communication, unreal. It's not alone. It can command nearby insects, like a general of the wild then. And most terrifying of all, it's venomous. Its bite ejects a powerful formic acid. It can paralyze nerves, cause permanent damage in humans. And it doesn't need close contact. It can spray the acid through the air, over wide areas. This isn't just an ant. It's a living, breathing, bioengineered war machine, pushing nature's limits. So what if this thing faced off against nature's toughest creatures? Place your bets. In one corner, the 20-pound super ant. In the other, 3 of Earth's deadliest predators all at once. A tiger, a grizzly bear, and a hippopotamus. Who wins? The tiger strikes silently, but the ant senses its footsteps instantly. It spins and sinks its jaws into the tiger's back. The spine snaps. Blood gushes out. The bear roars, slamming a claw into the ant's armor. A crack appears, but the ant sprays acid into the bear's eyes. Blinded, it stumbles. The ant tears into its legs, snaps its neck. The bear collapses. Then the hippo charges, its jaws open wide, ready to swallow the ant. But the ant jumps inside. It shreds the hippo's mouth from within, unleashes venom. The giant falls. Its throat is torn open. Result? Three apex predators, defeated by a single creature. But the battle isn't over. Now comes the final test. Humans. The battlefield changes. A closed arena. 100 armed humans attack. Full gear, full strategy. The ant takes the first hit, but doesn't flinch. In one move, it rips a man's arm clean off. Another one. Its jaws snap his head from his body. The bite pressure is so intense, eyes pop out on impact. Blood, flesh, and limbs explode through the air. Panic. People run, but there's nowhere to run. The ant moves fast, attacking in every direction. In minutes, all are down, and then round two begins. A military base, hundreds of prepared soldiers, tanks, drones, machine guns. But the ant sneaks in, it attacks the power grid. Lights out, radars down. It leaps onto tanks, ripping engines apart. It sprays venom that melts through gas masks. Buildings collapse. Commanders scream for help over radios. But it's too late. In less than an hour, the base is disabled. One ant has defeated modern warfare, but now let's stop, because it's time to ask something deeper. This ant was fiction, but the question is real. Has something like this never existed? Yes, evolution is real, but it works within limits. Species change to adapt to their environment, but no creature ever evolved into something like this. Why hasn't nature produced anything this deadly, this unstoppable? Because if evolution had no limits, we wouldn't just face this monstrous ant. We'd see an entire world of terrifying, fantastical beings. But we don't, because nature was built with a perfect balance. Not too much, not too little. It's as if it was designed for humans to live in. Yes, evolution exists, but even evolution follows a pattern, a structure, and that structure doesn't look random. Everything is just as it needs to be, shaped for human life, as if it were the work of a creator. Today, we made an ant bigger, a fantasy war machine. But what we really saw was the perfection of nature. In the next episode, we'll step outside that perfection. It's going to test your patience, but stay with us, because the real questions are just beginning.